Hello, my amazing family. It's been a long time here, and yeah, I'm serious. So today is the one of the challenge that I told us about that I was going to start in April, and of course, yes, there was one that started before I think in February that what is doing again now. So, okay, so this is another day one, and this is going to be the day one to finish. So it's the day one to 30, and today I'm going to be sharing a personal story of mine, a story that talks about the reason why I became who I am, and the reason why I do what I do. So let's stay tuned. So it all started 7 years ago. I had a lot of things going on for me. I'd already learned a skill. After that point, I decided that I was going to pursue school, right? So everybody has a different side to their story. For me, mine is not one of, oh, the country happened to me, or jam happened, or some exams happened, or some universities happened. Mine was an intentional calling that I had to take up. Now, I've noticed this calling for a particular period of time in my life. Ever since I was like in junior secondary school, during weekends, I would gather students together, one or two times in a week. We do little gathering, and then say, oh, we have lessons. Just for fun. We do these things for fun, and then everybody would just, after learning, they go to their houses. During holiday periods, it was my fun period. So I grew up in an area where, we had many children in the compound, and then other children from other compounds, would come around. So whenever we have moments like that, I'll just gather them together, so everybody let's learn something. Because it could be a rhyme or something, we just sing it together, everybody plays along. So that was where I smelled this calling, but then I was like, oh my god, teaching. Junior secondary school, before junior secondary school, in primary school, I remember that in primary school, I would go for competition where my seniors were supposed to participate, but then they would pick me from wherever I was, whatever class I was. I remember when I was in basic 3, I went for a competition that those in basic 5, basic 6 years to go for. I was selected. And then I ended up even answering questions, correct questions more than them. So I've always had this edge right from the beginning. So it's not as if the country happened, jam happened, or I failed my exams or something. All of those things were not the reason why I chose to go. So why did I choose teaching? Right? Now, most of my classmates believe that, oh, I'm supposed to be one hospital somewhere working. In me, so to say, I remember that in my junior secondary school days, some of my classmates called me Iggy. But that means a tree of books, a tree that grows books, because I was very, very brilliant, especially in my junior secondary school days. So when I advanced to senior secondary school, a lot of stuff became really tough for me. So I became a science student. Initially, it was tough, and then I think that it started making sense to me when I went to tutorial. Happens like that, right? So then this science started making sense to me after I went to tutorial. That was my story. So for starters, I wanted to be a medical doctor, right? But then God took me here. Now I'm mentioning God because I decided that I was going to pick up a career in education after I saw that my passion was teaching and growing. So I started teaching as an undergraduate before I went into school. So I decided I was going to do a course in education. And then as I was advancing, I was schooling, and then I was also working. So I was teaching in the secondary school, and then I was going to school. So it was going all of that. So after I started picking up a career in teaching, things were not going so smoothly. My first semester was really lost. Oh my god, it was really lost. So I graduated as the overall best student and valedictorian of the class of 2024. So I've been schooling, and I was also teaching. So I was teaching, then I was schooling at the time. So before my convocation, before the award I got, before everything that came out, my story. So before that particular day, I had two things in mind. First of all, I knew that I was a very good teacher. I mean, this wasn't just like testimonies from my students, testimonies from parents, testimonies from people that actually encountered me. No one to teach like every other person. I knew I didn't want to do things the normal way, right? I wanted to change narrative. So what did I do? I decided that I was going to teach well. Then I was going to do more than what I had been seen. Okay, so when I was able to do this, so confusion part of story. So this is how I started my journey, and then ever since then, I told myself that I was going to change narrative, and I was going to do differently things that I thought I wasn't comfortable with. So I said that teachers were more focused. I said that schools were more focused on grades, and then we're not transcending beyond grades. So what did I do? I decided to transcend beyond grades and look further deeper into these children and their holistic development. That is why I have chosen to be called the intentional science teacher, who helps learners across the globe become experts in their academic field of study and also better versions of themselves.